Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and this is part 4 of this series on this badge or whatever it is, and I have yet to figure out if they're going to engrave it or what they're going to do with it. But I brought in a clip art. I already made it relatively small. I'm not going to do anything to it but trace it, outline, trace clip art, and it traces it really good. Your trace copy will be on top, and you can see when you're moving, it's got a bounding box, which is going to have some yellow around it or some white. So we're going to draw a rectangle, make it yellow with left click, object, order back a page, and you can see the white. But we can select it and go to object and group and ungroup and just get rid of that white. And that's what we want. We actually want a white snake, and we actually want a blue border. And what we can do now is take the color eyedropper tool to take a sample of that blue and color our new object blue. And we're almost done with it. The snake's not exactly what it is, and this is another reason you want to nudge and not move stuff around. We're going to measure this guy. It's real small. It's like 0.24. So we're going to group this together, Control G, and with our ratio lock, we're going to make it 0.24. And then I'm going to set this right on top of the other one. And what's so neat about the nudge distance, I'm nudge it twice and I'm in I'd already done one. We're right here. Now, it's not the exact snake that you probably could take some time. And depending on the size, it would be pretty cool. This one I think would be really easy to reduplicate. You know, that's just a bunch of circles and crosses and whites. And if you want to see what this is going to look like with that background, we could take that eyedropper tool, get that color, and then fill that in. And that's what it's going to look like with the white background. I mean, you can't get it any better than that, I don't think. I just noticed that our lightning is behind, so you could grab the lightning and go to object, order, front of page, and now your lightning is on top. I'm going to go ahead and delete that blue because we're going to keep working on it. The next one would be this one, which would be pretty easy. I mean, all that is a circle with an ellipse. So what we're going to do is hold down the Control key button and make a perfect circle. Bring it over to about the center, then hold down the Shift to make it grow inwardly. And then all you do is just make a couple of lines. These don't look like they're perpendicular to each other or uniform. Let's just draw a line from there to there. And that's pretty good. And then hit the plus key on your keyboard and, really don't even want to do that. What we want to do is take this one now. And even though it's not in the center, that would be the center of that circle. So the thing's not perfect. We're going to make it perfect or more precise. We're going to spin it like that. I'm going to hit plus on the keyboard, and then I'm going to mirror it the opposite direction. And I said we only have to draw one of these. So now I'm going to take you could actually use the 3-point curve, but I'm going to use the straight point liner, the 2-point curve, turn it into a curve by right-clicking, and then grab this center and bring it up, grab that and bring these down. We're actually going to have to put a node right there. Let me back up. Put a node right there and then bring this down. That looks pretty good. And we could do it, okay, there's a good way to go. Right click, turn it into a cusp. That way the other side will not move. And you could play around with this. I don't even think we're exactly in the center, but I'm going to show you how to make that more perfect. So now we're going to, if you ever move anything, move it back because we need that. So go off your screen and let's nudge that out of the way 2 inches. And I think we don't even have to take that. We're good to go. So now I'm going to make this thing more equal. I'm going to Control G and group it together, and I'm going to hit P and put it in the center of the page. There's already an emblem on the center of the page, but we can work around it. Matter of fact, let's move that out of the center, and let's nudge this up. And you notice I'm not nudging anything. I'm moving stuff with, well, I'm not moving anything, I'm nudging. Now we want to make this thing perfect. So what you can do is Control D and make a duplicate and then mirror it. And we're pretty close. We're really close. We're close enough to leave it alone. Then just take it and take your Smart Fill tool and fill in that shape. We'll go ahead and fill it in with black. Now we can get rid of these cross lines. We need that. I need to ungroup it. I hope this is making some sense. Sometimes I really wonder if I'm going too fast. Then just Control D and make a duplicate of that. Move the center rotation to the center. A lot of times it doesn't look like it, and I don't think it is, so P. You know why? Because our circle is not in the center, because we have this object on it. So we move that out of the way for just a second. I keep hitting the wrong key. Let's move that out of the way real quick, and let's hit P and put the circle in the center. Now let's bring this back, and we're going to have to adjust it a little bit, but at least we'll be in the center. And now I am going to change my nudge factor to something less, 0.01 maybe, and nudge this guy up. I had a duplicate on there. Nudge this guy up ever so much and make it 0.001 and nudge it down a little bit. I'm actually going to nudge it over and out. So now we got that. We'll Control D and make a duplicate. Move the center of the rotation to the center. Doesn't look like it is, but it is. And then we're going to rotate it 90 degrees, sorry. 90 degrees. I need to move the rotation. I backed up and moved the rotation, not to the center. Make sure it's in the center. A lot of times when you double click, don't end up on the arrow, you get the shape tool. I didn't make a duplicate, but we'll just keep going and make it 180 degrees, 180, and now you made that emblem. Now I think it's left click, right click, so we'll have that shape. And because everything is in the exact same place, now we can get our whole item and nudge it back down. Well, I need to zoom in here. Yeah, I don't have it grouped together. Whoop, don't want to do that. Control G, I'm going to group it together, and then I'm going to, oh, remember I set my nudge point, or now I need to be 2 inches. So I've messed it up a little bit because of the fact that I've nudged it a couple of times, but we still should be good to go. And you could double check that, or I could have backed up. And now we want to put this emblem right on top of the other emblem, and we're close enough, and then nudge it over twice, 2 inches. And hopefully we're not too far off. We might actually be down a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to nudge, because that emblem looks like it's on the same plane. So for right now, I'm going to just take and nudge that down, that 0.001. You know, and 0.000 actually will move something really minutely, but we just need to go down a little bit to kind of make that other item equal. I'm actually going to move it in a little bit. When I'm talking, I don't particularly look at the keyboard. Now this emblem looks like it's like a red and gold. We need to look at the real one. It's a white. It's a red and white. So now we just need to get the Smart Fill tool, take our eyedropper. Actually, I got to have my picture in the screen first, so I can get that red. Smart Fill tool, eyedropper, get that red, fill that in, 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 and then grab. I'm making this a lot more difficult than it actually is. Take and make your outline a white, and that's going to look good because when we do the blue background, that's going to really show up. So let's get our Smart Fill tool and get that eyedropper and get this blue and fill this in. And that's, okay, we're good. We just need to grab that circle and for some reason, let's order front of page. Everything else was on the front of page. I don't understand why that wasn't. Still don't know why that is. Let's go ahead and do it, see if we can't just grab that circle without grabbing anything else. Go to Object, Order, front of page. There we have it. And you see the white background. We actually need to do that on all of it. The white, and you could make the white you could make the white border a little thicker, you know, just by double clicking on your pen tool and make it 2 points. And there you go. That took a lot longer. I was hoping to get to this part. Maybe tomorrow I'll kind of finish it. The numbers will be easy. The stars easy. I think I've done enough. That triangle will be easy. Looking at it like that, all it is a triangle with a black box. We've done that one, done that. That's just plain and simple. The badge is so fuzzy I can't really tell what it is. The electrical tower will be easy, and that'll be easy. So tomorrow maybe I'll tackle this. The inside will be a little difficult, but and I still yet to find out if the person is going to engrave it or print it. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit, and thank you for watching.